welcome to the stage the wonderful Mr. Ollie Hall. Hello. It's very nice to be here. My name's Ollie. I come from Bristol. Thank you. All the way up the M5, just blew here. It's very nice to be here. I haven't got the Bristol accent, by the way. I know accents are very important to you lot. Found that out at the start of the show. I haven't got the Bristol accent, but I just want you to know that I'm not posh. It's all very important that you know that, because I would like you to like me, please. But there's a very easy way of telling if a British person's posh, and you just got to look at their face, right? And you can tell that I'm not posh, because when I talk, my face is still. You know what I mean? Those like properly posh British people, the ones that like caused Brexit, they have that face that's so impressed with how intelligent they are, it's struggling to catch up with their own excellence. They're just constantly surprised by the world. They're just on the news going, well, I didn't know we gave Hong Kong back. What the wow! Saying that's not me. Lots of you won't have seen me do comedy before, and that's fine, so I'm going to tell you some facts about myself before we get started. The first thing I'd like you to all acknowledge, please, before I do my set, is that I am tall. It's very important that you all have a good look and acknowledge that I am tall. Because for the last 18 months, I've had to do all my gigs on Zoom, right? Where I've just been fat. Here tonight in Leicester, I am tall and fat! Which is aesthetically better. Medically worse, it is just more fat. But because I'm a tall comedian, it means I'm going to be one of the good ones this evening. Us tall comedians, we're better because we're more empathetic. Because I have been most of your heights. I know what it's like. Another fact about me is I'm 29 years old, so mid-20s, and I live with my mum, and it's absolutely fine, by the way, no problem at all, to be 29, cool stuff, and live with your mum. That is no problem with that at all. However, right, later this year I will turn 30. And it's not fine, is it, to be 30 and live with your mum. So I've realised that something's going to have to change, and what I've decided is she's going to have to live with me. In her house. There's no other way around it, really. But the only way in which I can make that plausibly work, my mum's living with me, is like if I'm her carer or something, you know? Like, annoyingly, she's fit and healthy. So. Just want to make that clear, I did use that full phrase though. I said fit and healthy. I've not performed in Leicester before, I want to make sure that this is clear. I said the and healthy part. So I use that full phrase so it's not weird. I said fit and healthy. But don't get me wrong, my mum is a looker, solid 8, lovely rack, but that's not the point. The point is because I said the and healthy part, it's not good. Look, the thing is, my mum is sexy and healthy, that's what we need to know. Those good looks run in my family, by the way, because something else I'd like you to know about me, before I get started, is that I am good looking. I am. I am. Absolutely. And I'm not saying that to show off, I'm saying it to be kind, right? Mainly because I can see there's lots of couples in the audience, I can see some couples here, come out on a date night, and the gentlemen and the couples might look at me and go, oh, look at Ollie, he's not a threat. I want you to know I am a threat. That bloke clapped. What have I got myself into, this keys in a bowl situation? Yes, please. They warned me about Leicester. Who's had a good pandemic? It's still going. I had a good one, because I didn't start the pandemic in the UK. This is true. Back in 2020, I was doing gigs in Southeast Asia. This is honestly all true. That's how well my comedy career is going. Got go all the way there to get gigs. And this is 100% true, right? In January 2020, I was participating in the Kathmandu International Comedy Festival. Yes. And in Nepalese in? If they were, they'd be fucking going mental, because it's true. That's the thing. The Kathmandu International Comedy Festival in Nepal, where they invited the best international comedians that they could afford. So, that's how I went, right? I did gigs there, it was really good. And then I went to Malaysia. I was supposed to spend 3 weeks in Malaysia before I was going to move on to Melbourne for the comedy festival there. Lockdown happened, right? And rather than staying for 3 weeks, I ended up staying for 14 months. Yeah! Very British thing to do, isn't it? To outstay your welcome in that part of the world. Kind of felt like the apology tour. I was there so long, I didn't have the shits, I was the shits. I was eating the local food, the kind of food that even the locals were like, fucking wouldn't if I were either, wow. Just eating food from a man who was just serving fish from the back of a van, you know? His only qualifications being a football shirt and the right attitude. I fucking love it. Well, I was supposed to be there for 3 weeks, and the end was true. No flights going in, no flights going out, complete and utter lockdown, right? Then, after 3 months, the first flight started to appear, and I had a big decision to make. Do I stay in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, or go back to Bristol in the United Kingdom? This is not a decision I ever thought I'd ever have to make. Where do I want to spend a pandemic? And I thought, do I really want to spend our global health crisis in a developing country with crumbling medical infrastructure, no political leadership? I thought, no, I can't go back to the UK. I will stay in Malaysia where it's safe. Anyway, I came back to the UK eventually, realised I got pretty fat. I basically treated that country like a buffet. Got very fat. I got so fat, right, I had to go for a doctor's checkup, right? And the doctor, genuinely, after taking some test results, came back to me by saying, these results are surprisingly good. Wow. I did not realise that doctors could use adverbs in their diagnosis. What do you mean? He said, well, judging by the way you look, I would consider some lifestyle changes, but on paper you're fine. I was like, judging by the way you look, I'm considering some GP practice changes. He said, have you considered stopping gaining weight? Not losing weight, no, for this medical professional, that ship had sailed, got stuck in the sewers. Stop gaining weight. But I'm fat, I really enjoy food, I love food, I really like food. I do. Mainly, I just love watching food on YouTube. It's one of my main hobbies, just watching people cook. Mainly, I like watching men cook. You know, like fucking men. You know, like men. They don't use stupid women's spatulas. They use big man spatulas. You know, like men. Kind of men that are just walking around looking for things to fix, but never themselves. I mainly get targeted adverts because YouTube knows I'm fat. So it's always things like, oh, do you want maybe a McDonald's? Or would you like to buy some spatulas? Or how about some gurus and sort yourself out? The main advert which I've been getting lately is an advert for an American motivational speaker called Greg. He's one of these men! You know? And he shouts in his advert. He goes, listen! I'm like, Greg, I am listening. Listen! I'm like, Greg, I am listening. Listen! I did not run my first marathon until I was 72 years old. I did not complete my first triathlon until I was 74 years old. My first book wasn't published until I was 78. You can do it too. And I found this super motivational. So I thought, I was very, very motivated to think, Greg, I've got ages. You carry on. Anyways, I would have loved to have chatted to you more. So, most of these jokes are from a show which I'm doing tomorrow called Ollie Horn Before After. It's a show all about what happens when you let yourself try new things. The show's called Before After. It's a show, and the subtext of the show is all about how I used to be fat. Glad, but I also used to be. So if you'd like to come and see that, there's a handful of tickets left, and it's promoted by Just the Tonic, so you'll find it on the website. Also, on Sunday, I'm hosting a show called PG Hits. It's a very clever name, because it's comedians doing their best jokes without the rude bit. So like, Pope, the first guy, not invited. Well, he's a friend of Christ. So anyway. So if you wanna, and that's 5 comedians for £5. So if you're a fan of the unit economics of this night, at the very least, come to PG Hits on Sunday. I'm hosting that. It's been a pleasure performing for you this evening. I've been Ollie Horn. I love you. Goodbye.